So today was my last day at work. Um, I'm so like at a loss for words. I don't really know what to say. It was unexpected, like y'all. So here we are. We're starting kind of like a MCAT diaries. Um, I'm currently fasting from social media, specifically from YouTube. So I haven't been posting and I haven't been watching unless it's a sermon online. Mainly because it's the beginning of the year and doing 21 days of fasting, but I think I'm going to continue that on, specifically just all of social media, because right now I just really want to focus. I'm setting my intentions on success for this year, and we all know, I've said a million times, that this is MCAT season, and I feel like that looks different week by week, and I've really just been trying to like knuckle down, and I want to show you guys like what this period of time is really like, because I feel like a lot of times people just come up out of nowhere and they're just like, I got a 600. That's not a possible score, but usually people come out of nowhere with like this best score, and then they don't really talk about what the experience of like getting that score was really like. And I want to keep you guys updated, and I want to show you guys. And the last video that I posted was me doing a full length practice exam, and you guys enjoyed that video, but I don't need to be trying to have the camera in my face while doing this. Not necessarily with me also wanting to like post and like engage and think of different content. And I'm also just like in this huge transition point in my life. I just want to really focus so that way I can be successful for what this season is supposed to be, which is the MCAT. So what this is going to be, it really is like my MCAT diaries leading up to my exam. I won't be vlogging every day, but I'll vlog when I feel like I kind of just want to hear my thoughts out loud. That way for somebody else who's going through it, you can kind of know the different stages that you'll go through. And even just for me to look back, and then finally when it's done, I can remember where I was. So even after I went down to part-time, I was still very overwhelmed, very stressed. I think it just really clicked to me. They started a new class. I'm a part of the March class right now. Started off in January, pushed back to March, and then they started a May class. So there's kind of like classes that they had new for the May students, and one of them was kind of like time management and all these other things. So I go to it just because I still feel like I'm struggling with time management, which is crazy because I'm such an organized type A disciplined person that I don't really struggle with time management. I have my calendar, I have my planner, I have my to-do list, like I do what I need to do when I need to do it. But I just felt like there was never enough hours in the day, and I kept getting behind, I kept feeling behind, and I was kind of just like, maybe I just need a different perspective on it. And when I went to this class, the teacher was basically like, this is not something that you can do part-time. Like this needs to be like your full job for the next, you know, however long you're in this program for. This needs to be it. And I realized, I was like, well, that's it. Like I'm trying to do too much, and I completely understand that it's such a privilege for me to be like, let me try and save as much money as I can, and then, you know, take a break from my job. And just talking to my mentor about it, and he was like, you need to quit. Like just straight up, like, why are you here? You need to quit. Like this job is like not as important as A, your mental health, and B, you doing well in this exam, because I don't want to be a medical assistant forever. I want to be a doctor, and this is the next step in me becoming a doctor. But you know, it was already a lot to go down to part-time at my job, and I understand that the team depended on me, and I didn't want to let the team down, but I had to put myself first. And so I talked to the doctor of the practice, and she was very understanding and helpful, which I'm just so grateful for. I talked to her on Friday, and what I thought was going to be like such an uncomfortable talk, like I literally would, like for the past couple of weeks I've just been like crawling in my skin, so anxious to talk to everybody about it, because there's just multiple people I had to talk to kind of get it through, and realizing that like time is of the essence. Like every day that I'm still working, I'm losing a day that I could be studying, and every day that I'm losing a day studying, I'm still coming one day closer to my test date. So I talked to my boss first, and then I ended up talking to the doctor of the practice, and she gave me so much life, you know, speaking life into me, gave me a lot of testing advice, felt better about it, knowing that it was basically done. And then I took a practice exam on Saturday. I actually got 7 points higher than I did when I took it the first day. So I think that that's good news, because it's only been 2 weeks. So I definitely changed the way that I've been studying, but I still am going to drastically change it again. And So I think that that's a good sign. I have 15 more points to go to get to my dream score. And I don't think it's impossible. I think it's going to be a lot, but I don't think it's impossible, at least for me to get close, you know? Yeah, today I talked to my manager and I thought that she was going to, you know, make me do 2 weeks, if not finish out the week. And she was like, bye. Like, she didn't say it like that, but she was definitely like, I understand. She felt that it was coming. She saw that I was working hard and she appreciated it, but she's like, I knew you were going to have to like take a step back so I could focus on the exam. And so I am no longer medical assistant for the moment. You know, I told them I'd be back once I finish the exam. I'm probably going to take some weeks off after that because I just cannot. Everybody's different. And I understand, like I said, it's a privilege to be even be able to take off of work, to have a job in the middle of a pandemic. My word of the year is gratitude. So I have gratitude for having this job. And I feel so lucky. But then I also feel so overwhelmed. And so I felt so ungrateful for feeling so overwhelmed and having so much stress and anxiety over something that like I prayed for. But I was like, I'm also praying actively right now for, you know, a good MCAT score and peace when testing. And the peace is going to come from preparation. And I cannot prepare for my exam the way that I need to, in a way that I will feel calm on my test day, working 10 hours a day. It just, even if I do it 3 times a week, it's not enough time. So it's done. Officially like studying full time now. I have less than 2 months into my exam, which feels like tomorrow. It feels like tomorrow. How am I feeling right now? I'm honestly still very anxious. Like, I felt relieved immediately. Like, okay, it's finally done. Like, okay, I can now focus on it. But now I'm like, there's nothing in the way now. Like, there is no excuses. Because at first it was like, oh, I'm working full time. Then it's the move. Then it's this. Then it's that. And I was like, you have no excuse. Like, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. I just hope I didn't wait too late to like really buckle down. And I want to give myself credit because I really have been trying. It's not like I haven't tried. But this is not the time for trial and error. So, yeah, that's the beginning of the MCAT diaries. Today is January 18th, MLK Day, and I'm scared. But I have faith, and I have hope, and I have trust in both God and myself that I can really push through. And I'll keep you guys updated. Unfortunately, I lost some clips, but I wanted to show you guys what I used to study once I transitioned over to full-time, because it was really hard for me to find my balance. I ended up using review sheets that my program provided, and I went through every single one. Then I would transcribe them into Anki. I'm going to create a video about all of this later on. Just wanted to show you guys kind of a snapshot of how I studied full-time. We've gotten to the point now where I'm trying different things for energy because I'm literally talking to my sisters about getting on ADD medication. I obviously won't have it in time to really like study for my exam, but I am getting so dependent on caffeine, like the energy drink everyday thing. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. I'm not trying to like be on energy drinks every day. I feel like normal people drink coffee, so like let me try and get on the coffee gang, try and get something that I like. We don't even have a coffee machine here because nobody in my family drinks coffee. Thought that this looked the most like sweet because clearly I don't like the taste of coffee. I try and mask it. I'm a fake coffee drinker. I just want the energy. I don't want it to taste bad. So I'm gonna, oh, you guys, can you believe this? This is how you know I'm getting old. Like, I've literally moved on to coffee. Who am I? OMG, you guys. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't tell. I'm in my scrubs right now. So, really random. My job called me in today because they were just like, it's gonna be really, really busy. And, you know, we wouldn't call you unless we really need you. Like, can you please come in? And I just wanted to do a quick check-in, quick mind check-in, because like every week is different. This week I really wanted to physically like get things done, like check things off my list. I just feel like it's a never-ending list of like things that I need to know, and sometimes it feels like I'm never going to know everything and I'm never going to be ready. And so I really like broke down how many things I wanted to get done every day this week, and I did that on Monday. And then my boss called me and I was like, crap, because she wouldn't have called me if I did not need to like come in. And I told them I'm very grateful. Word of the year is gratitude. I was like, I'm not going to stress myself out. I try and work on 5.5 days of the week. So I was like, okay, I'll just work on Saturday. I'll study on Saturday, doing a half day today. But it's just crazy because whenever I have a plan, like it just doesn't go as planned. Like I had things that I wanted to study today, and now like I'm not going to be able to get everything that I wanted on my to-do list because I was at work. And it was also really crazy because I part of me felt like, oh, they probably forgot about me at work. Like everybody's just, going on doing their own thing, but everybody seemed to really be like, how was everything? Is everything going okay? Like it seemed like they missed me. And I also thought I was going to be really rusty, so I was kind of like nervous, like I don't even know if I know how to do this anymore, because it's been over a month. But it literally was like riding a bike, and it wasn't that busy at all today. It wasn't that busy at all today, but yeah, and it's also really interesting because it's such like muscle memory. I can go a full day and I'm constantly busy and doing something, and it kind of gave me like a break, a rest from studying, but in a way where I didn't necessarily feel guilty, because I know that I was like helping other people out. I was helping out the team there at the practice, because like if I try and take a day off because I'm feeling overwhelmed or overworked, I feel so guilty that it's almost like not even fun, you know what I'm saying, like to actually take the day off. So yeah, today was half a day off. I couldn't even get a good night's sleep. I was so like anxious because I was just like, I have so much that I need to get done, but I need to be there for the team, and I wanted to make sure that I could like wake up on time because I haven't been like up this early in a while. It's just been a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because like what an interesting day I had today. Like, you guys like my hair? I ended up getting halfway perfectly on time, just in case, because like I've been looking like a bum recently, and I was like, in case I ever need to go somewhere, I need something that I can do with my hair that doesn't take too much effort. And y'all know I already love headbands anyways. This is actually really cute. I got a lot of compliments on it today. Anyway, yes, I did a half day. So today it's like 1:30 p.m. and I'm on my way to Panera Bread. Like I told you guys, this is like my place where I study at. It's the only place. I was talking to a few people in there about that as well. This is the only place that is open publicly for like studying. I love the fact that this is like an culture here. The fact that you can study here at this Panera Bread, like it's not just something that I do. Like you can tell a lot of kids or a lot of people who have either work to do or are doing like online classes, like a lot of people come here. So there's always a lot of people studying. Hopefully I've missed the lunch crowd because I'm here so often. Literally the manager knows my name and he asks me all the time, like, how's studying? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm here way too often. But it just helps me to not study at home. I do study at home sometimes. I like to at least study in public 3 out of the 5 days. And mind you, the library is closed. We don't have a Barnes & Noble around here. We have a Books A Million. That is closed. They've even turned off the Wi-Fi. They took up all the chairs and they turned off the Wi-Fi. So you cannot you can't be in there if you wanted to. And Starbucks, same thing. They put up all the chairs. So this is the only place where you can come and sit with Wi-Fi in like a cafe type setting and study. So I'm here now. And yeah, I'm just gonna study. I'm gonna eat lunch first because I haven't eaten lunch. And yeah, just going with the flow. I know as a physician, like I said, I want to learn what I need to learn from this season. And I know as a physician, some days I'm going to be on call. Maybe I'll have to go in the office one day. Maybe I won't. Like maybe I'll have something planned for that day, but I'll have to be called into the office. So this is just preparing me for my future. But yeah, I don't know. Really haven't been updating you guys a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoy this little check-in. It's February 17th. I want to change my MCAT date again. I want to push it back. I just feel like I need more time. I'm not going to get through all of my review sheets in time. It's like I want to be done, but I don't want to rush myself to take it and know that I am not as prepared as I can be. And it's not that I'm scared, it's that I know that even at the rate that I'm going, I'm not going to be able to finish in time. I literally just want like 3 more weeks, like just maybe the 1st or 2nd week in April. this time I set my alarm. I'm ready and prepared. I'm here at Panera Bread studying. Y'all know my little humble abode, Oasis. This is my study spot. And I literally was already in it when it opened up. And when it updated at 12 o'clock and 38 seconds, I was 14,125th in line. There are 14,125 people ahead of me. I pray that I can change this date. Like, it's really going to impact what I do next, because obviously if it's too far, I'm just going to keep my test. Like, I'm not going into May. I'm just not. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. But I don't know. We'll see. It says my estimated wait time is more than an hour, so I'll be back in an hour and I'll let you guys know what's available, what's open, and if I end up changing my date or not. 1:30 on the dot and I'm in. Okay, not available. Look at the earliest date in April is April 10th. Not available April 10th. Eastern Shore. Pennsylvania. Why are y'all taking me so long? The next date is April 23rd. So late. Anyone available in DC is April 30th. Hey y'all, so it is February 23rd. I was about to journal about it, and then I was kind of like, well, these are the moments that I'm supposed to be vlogging. I'm not even going to talk about my physical appearance because you know what's up, but I actually took kind of like unintentionally 4 days off. I took like off a Thursday, a Friday, and then I didn't do work on a Saturday and a Sunday, and I didn't update you guys. So the last time I talked to you guys, I ended up booking my test date for May 1st, and that's way too late. Like, I definitely wanted a date in April, and I know that my test dates opened up in March at the location that I originally wanted, and then I decided that I actually wanted the DC location, so I never switched it. But that gives me the hope that if I keep open my notifications for an April date, that one will open up. So even though I'm technically scheduled for May 1st, my plan is to switch to an April date once I get a notification about it. So I'm studying for April 9th. I may end up getting the April 23rd one, but it will not be May 1st. Like, it's almost no way that I will wait until May, but if so, like, that's the date that I have. So I'm kind of feeling like, okay, I didn't want 11 more weeks to study. That's kind of too long, and I'm already feeling burnt out. So how can I allow myself to continue on during this long period of time? And I was kind of like, I need to stop doing like 12-hour days. Like, that's why I'm getting burnt out. I need to start doing other things. Like, so if that means studying intensely for 5-6 hours, but then also like working out and like doing other things, then I can do that as well. That way it doesn't just feel like my life is consumed with MCAT, and that the hours that I'm using are actually like beneficial. So I worked out for the first time yesterday, and then I went to Panera Bread and I had coffee and stuff, but I just had a really like tough night, like insomnia, like I've never experienced before. Like, it took me over an hour to go to sleep. I'm also trying to work on like no electronics in the bed when I go to sleep. So it's like, why am I trying to do all that stuff right now? But yeah, so yesterday was good, but the night kind of like trickled into today, because since I didn't go to sleep until like 1 a.m., even though I was in the bed at 10:30, I really wasn't able to wake up until like 9:30, and I really wasn't sitting down to do work until like 10:30 after I ate breakfast. And then it was kind of like 11:30. I just was like, I could not get into the zone of things. And anyway, so the last time I had really worked diligently, I was kind of working on like this one review sheet. And then yesterday I was working on that review sheet again. And like I said, now it's been like over a week since I've been working on the same review sheet. And I keep getting stuck. And so we have this thing in the tutoring program that I'm in where it's kind of like, it's called a content questions chat. So you just put in your questions, and then it'll take people a while to get back to you. So I'll put in a question and I'll kind of like wait, and then people respond back to me. And this is where I'm frustrated because, wow, I'm already talking for 3 minutes. I'm getting frustrated because I'm trying to use the resources that I have. I know that I need to practice. I know that I need to like learn the basics in order for me to actually do practice problems, but I know that I need to be doing practice problems. That way I'm getting practice. But when I feel like when I ask a question, I'm like being looked at as if I'm so dumb for not knowing it. But it's like, how am I supposed to know? And there's so many resources, and there's so many videos, and there's so many notes. And it's kind of like, if I just have one simple question, sometimes I feel like I'm going to be ostracized for asking that one question. And I don't think I've ever mentioned this to you guys, but because I mentioned what tutoring program that I did, and I let you guys know like you can sign up through me, it was a referral program. So I literally have like free classes. Like the director of the program is literally like, you can stay and take your exam up until December and you'll have free classes because that many of you guys have signed up because of me. And so I guess like I was blowing up the chat, asking questions back and forth. And you can also pay for like one-on-ones and like small groups and stuff. And I don't know, I just always feel a little bit like, I feel like I'm doing my own thing. Like I'm not in line with the curriculum that everybody else is doing. So if I ask a question, I feel like it seems random. And I've been in the program for so long now that I feel like the teachers are probably looking at me like, you should kind of know this, but everybody doesn't know my situation because I haven't broken down. Like I'm going back from the beginning and trying to like really set my foundation. So I don't know, I guess saying it out loud, I'm really just like in my head, and it's preventing me from taking like the extra step that I need or getting the extra help that I need. But in turn, it just has me kind of like spiraling, kind of like asking myself a million questions when I'm just like stuck or lost. I just don't know. So I guess I was asking so many questions in the content channel thing that the director literally texted me and was like, you have enough like money in the account to, not my account, but like my account of like saved up referrals that have like, at this point, like I said, my tuition is already paid for. So she literally gave me a gift card and was like, if you ever want to buy like a one-on-one, a small group or anything, like here's like $500, and when that's done, I'm gonna refill it because you have so many referrals. Like basically I can do anything that I want in the program for free. And I hear that, but I don't take advantage of it. I guess just because like I be trying to do things on my own. And no, I'm gonna tell you what it was. And I don't think I've vlogged this day, but I did. I ended up doing a one-on-one with one of the instructors, and I got my questions answered, and it was a little bit frustrating because he just wasn't as like soft and gentle as I would prefer. Like I want to know the answers, but I don't want to be ostracized for not understanding. Like if I don't understand, like just explain it differently. I'm trying to learn, I'm literally trying my best. And then afterwards he ended up messaging me and he was like, I don't know when you're planning on taking your exam, but you have a lot of gaps in your knowledge, and I think that like you need to go back to the foundations because it's clear in some of the questions that you were answering that basically like you don't know what you're talking about. And I was kind of like, well, that's what I get for trying to do a one-on-one. Like it made me feel so crappy because I was like, that's what this one-on-one was for. Like I literally booked this so that I could ask you all of the questions that I had, so I could fill the gaps in my knowledge, so I could set my foundation, and you made me feel stupid for it. So then the director texted me and was kind of like, if you have like a question that can't be through text, like book a one-on-one. And it sounds like kind of like duh, like you have free money, like book a one-on-one. But it was like, that made me feel so crappy last time that I just feel stuck, because it's like I don't want to feel like that again, because it makes me want to just like give up for the day and not study. But If I don't do it, then I'm just like, it's just like nobody understands, like nobody gets, like I'm trying, and it may not click as fast as it does for other people, but I'm literally trying because I don't want to fake it. I don't want to like half do it. Like I want to really know the information the way that I need to know it. I want to really learn, and it's like if I'm not learning on the pace of the way that the instructors learn, then I just feel like really less than and stupid, and it hurts. It's not helpful to study after feeling that way, because it just kind of like perpetuates this idea that I'm not good enough and I won't score well and I'll never become a doctor. So it's just like this whole spiral that I go through. And that's where I'm at now, because she just texted me and I'm kind of just like, I'm trying, but I just... Okay, y'all, so today is March 7th and it's a Sunday. I just got off of another counseling call with one of the therapists in my tutoring program, and I just talking it out, I think this is one of the I just feel like so overwhelmed. I just feel stuck because I've been working hard trying to get these review sheets done, and I talked to the director of the program, and she's like, you need to take a practice exam so we can see where you're at. And like this past week, I was working hard on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and I just kept meeting all of these roadblocks to where I got so much in my head I didn't even work on Thursday or Friday. And then Saturday I had to go and do something, and now today is Sunday, and I was like, at least get up and do something today, and you guys see where I'm at. It's like I just feel so paralyzed sometimes, because, and just talking it over with her, I'm like, I'm so scared to take that exam over again. It's like, y'all know I have test anxiety, but it's like at this point I have pre-test anxiety, because I just don't want to get my score back after working so hard. And for it to be anything less than, what I feel like at least deserve. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be my dream score. But just, like, some improvement to show that all of this hard work, like, I would just be gutted if it was the same score or worse. And it's like, I just need to get this topic together. That way I could do better on the exam. And I keep putting myself through, like, this cycle where I'm literally so anxious, and I haven't even taken the exam yet. Like, I haven't even taken it, and so I literally procrastinated this entire week. The entire week I procrastinated taking another practice exam so that I wouldn't have that feeling, that pit feeling, when I just look at my score, and I just don't want that feeling. And it's like, but I know that I have to. I know that I need to, because obviously if I need to switch something that I'm doing, if I need to fix some stuff up, then I need to be able, to make those changes. But it's just like so scary, because it's almost getting to a point where I'm like, I want this too bad. Like, I want this too much, to where it's literally like messing with my mental. It's a constant battle that I have to climb myself out of every day to unravel those toxic spiral thoughts that I have, and remind myself that I can do this, and I am worthy, and I am smart, and I am good enough. And it's just, I'm tired. Like, I feel like I say this every time, but I cannot express enough. Like, I'm mentally tired. But the tips that I was given this time, I do journal every day, but I'm going to specifically be intentional about journaling about how I feel about my MCAT things, and not just necessarily like, because it's a gratitude journal. So I've been, saying different things about my day that brings me gratitude, even in the midst of my MCAT. But I think I also need to just start writing out my feelings, and video blogging when I feel these type of ways. And what I struggle with is that I can just be such a drill sergeant with myself. That not only manifests in negative self-talk, but also in me kind of making these random rules and restrictions to myself throughout the days and the weeks that don't replenish me and don't drain me. So I'm trying to find out what exactly I need to do in order to feel replenished. That way I can work majority of the week and actually make progress. And that way I'm not wasting time and I don't have to push my exam back again. And so, I was trying to tell myself, like, I can't watch YouTube videos during the week because I'll watch a YouTube video and I'll just get so engulfed in it and I'll just want to watch it all night long, and I'll either be up really late or I'll wake up really early and I'll be like, well, I have time to watch YouTube video, and then I want to watch that and I don't even want to. And I'm just saying YouTube because I canceled my Netflix subscription, I canceled my Hulu subscription, because I'm kind of like, you don't need any excuse to do anything but study. If I could block YouTube from my computer, I probably would have tried that by now as well. But sometimes I'm needed. I'm like, my brain hurts. I just need something to take my mind away from here. But I feel like sometimes my mind gets so away that it makes me even hate that I'm here. And so it makes it harder to kind of like jump into it. So I don't really know exactly what to do about that at the moment. But in theory, my process has been like, I'm going to work every day, 5 days a week, and then try and do a half day on Saturday. That hasn't worked in months now. I don't know the last time I've done that. So I'm going to do Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm going to take a break on Wednesday, and then I'm going to do Thursday and Friday, and then I'm going to do half of Saturday. And I think that I'm also, I don't know if I told you guys, I've been trying to work out because I need to kind of like take the stress and anxiety somewhere else. It's like it's always just like tensed up. Oh, I forgot I bought a Groupon for a massage, which maybe I should book my massage for Wednesday. I don't know. I kind of want to do nothing. Maybe that will help. I don't know. Because like not only has my body been like hurting because I'm working out, but I'm so tense. And I just think that it's important that I also try and like physically take care of myself, because physical health is also connected to my mental health. And so I sit down for literally hours. So I'm like, let me try and work out. And I don't know, but I'll try and check in with you guys this time next week and see if implementing it has helped. And then I thought December was the middle when I started in September. And then I thought January was the middle when I was shooting for March. And now here we are in March. And I still feel like I'm in the middle. And the middle is never the fun part. Like when it's the valley, it's like I feel like I've been at the pit of the valley for months. March 12th. 9:40 p.m. Just finished taking another full-length exam. I told you guys, I think last week, about how I was supposed to take this last week, but I was having a lot of like anxiety just thinking about like what the results could be. I really had to work on my mental to sit down and start the exam, because it was like I didn't want to do it, but I just finished. It didn't go as great as I wanted. I haven't looked at the score yet. But my head was hurting, my mind was hurting. I didn't feel like there was a ton of aha moments. Like I'm doing way better than I did the first time I took this exam. Which is problematic and means that I definitely need to do some like one-on-one tutoring sessions. I just need help like how to read specifically the Chem Phys and the biochem. Like reading the passages, I just like literally my head hurts so bad. But anyway, let's have this exam scored and see how I did. okay. I mean, it's not great, but okay. I had to look at my score report. I went up 6 points. I mean, again, not great, but improvement, and we'll take improvement. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. You won't believe it. I didn't vlog it. You guys know that originally when I changed my date again, I wanted to get a date in April. And they were like all sold out, and so I had to get a date in May. I got May 1st. Now, so I scheduled my exam for May 1st with the intentions of changing it up to one of the April dates, like once the dates open. I was really liking the date of like April 23rd, because if not, it would be April 10th, and that was only less than a month after my original date. So once the April 23rd date opened, I was like, okay, this is it, like time for me to switch it. And I had just finished taking a practice exam, either, like I said, it was either that night or like the next day, and I did better, but I'm not near my goal. So I was like, I should probably, maybe, I don't know. But I was just thinking to myself, like, it's only 8 days, but like, that would be 8 more days of freedom. That would be 8 more days that like I don't have to deal with this. I would be done in April, and then I could like start this new chapter in May. And child, as soon as I did it, I immediately regretted it, and I was so scared. I was like, no, wait, I need those 8 days. Like I'm really not ready. I'm just not ready. I'm still not ready, and I'm so frustrated because I want to be ready and I want to be done, and I'm working every day hard so that I can, but some days I'm not motivated, some days it doesn't click, sometimes I'm working and it still just takes all day. When I just kind of think about everything that I want to get done before this test, it's like I should not be moving it up. Like it would be nice to be done, but would the 8 days be worth me having 8 points lower than I want, you know? So then I signed up for reminders for May 1st test dates. That way I could switch it back. And 2 times now in the past like week, they've come up and then like gone away by the time I could get there. Like one opened up at 11 p.m. last night, and then like this morning, maybe around 9 o'clock, when I was up and I was on my email, I was like, crap, like this happened 9 p.m. I was like, this is, and it was gone. And there was one other time before that, and so one just opened up. It opened up like an hour ago, but I finally got it, and so I rescheduled my exam again. Y'all are probably like, girl, I know, it's like I want to be done, but I don't want to take it if I'm not ready, and I just don't feel like I'm ready, and I want to be ready, but I have to keep working hard so that I can get ready. And I don't know if I'm just like never going to feel ready, but I literally have a checklist, and it's like, it's one thing if I got through on my checklist and I just felt scared. I'm only scared because I haven't gotten through my checklist. If I get through my checklist, then hopefully I'll feel better, and then hopefully my score will reflect that I've gotten through everything. But until I get through everything, and then the pace that I'm going, I need all the time that I can get. So for a week now, my exam date was April 23rd, but now it's back to May 1st. I'm so annoying. Hello, beautiful people. So today is April 1st, which means I am 30 days away from my test day. I don't know why I have been doing pretty good these past couple of days, and yet today I feel really, my breakfast, feeling a little anxious today. This is the breakfast that oh my gosh, I'm a mess. This is the breakfast that I'm eating today. It's this potato scramble hash thing that has like red potatoes, yellow potatoes, all types of different like onions and peppers and egg. I'm trying to do it without cheese because I'm trying to eliminate cheese, and then I've also been doing no red meat. So I put ground turkey in there. And so this is what I think I'm gonna be eating on my test day because it's pretty filling, and I could kind of like meal prep it and take it with me to my hotel room. So I don't know, we're testing that out. recently I've been doing pretty good. I've been able to stay really consistent. I don't think I told you guys, or maybe I did, where I talked to one of the counselors and I basically decided to start taking Wednesdays off. So working on Mondays and Tuesdays, resting on Wednesdays, and then working on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, then resting on Sunday. That way I don't feel, I don't know, the 5-day, studying for 5 days straight was really starting to get to me. I also wanted to come on because I thought it was really hilarious. About to make myself a coffee. Look at my cute little coffee mug that I got. Who am I? Yeah, I definitely have been noticing that it's harder for me to sleep with coffee, which is really weird because you guys know I'm a caffeine girl and I never had problems with sleeping on Celsius. And so I just know that my mind is racing a lot. And so I try, and I only drink, like if I could show you guys, like I have this much coffee and that's probably the most that I've ever put in a cup, and I won't drink this whole thing today. It's just a bit much for me. And then it's crazy because I showed you guys the first time making it and I put all that sugar in it. Instead, I use this organic unsweetened almond non-dairy beverage because again, I'm trying to just stay away from the dairy. So I put this in here. That's enough. And yeah, so this doesn't even fill up the whole thing. So my little cold brew to go. I thought this cup was just so cute. I mean, it doesn't necessarily fit my aesthetic, but the fact that it like is its own aesthetic just made me really want it when I saw it at Target. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to eat my breakfast and do my devotionals for the day, and then I'm gonna head to Panera Bread to study. Just wanted to check in and let you guys know how things are going. 1 month until test day. 1 month until test day. Part of me feels like I have still like a good amount of time, but I still feel like there's so much that I have to do, and I just don't want to run out of time. Like my goal is just to feel like I've covered everything and I've practiced everything enough on the test day. And then obviously it's like I'm not going to be studying probably at least not the day before. So I really have like 29 days. Okay. Hello friends, it's been a minute since I have updated you all. Oh man, I don't have, I feel like I'm in trouble. Was getting ready to take my test on May 1st, and my instructor for my MCAT program still wasn't quite ready for me to take it. She wanted me to kind of push it back a little bit, and just thinking about what more time would mean for me in regards to what I need to be successful taking this test after already pushing it back multiple times. I think that I still need to build my confidence when it comes to the sections of hard science, the chem phys and the biochem. There's a mental block that I need to break. I need to build my confidence, and there's been things that are going on in my personal life that has kind of like opened up my eyes to see like I can do this. I just have to come at it differently. And I have 8 more days until my test day, and I think that it was kind of pushing it. Like, could I necessarily do that breakthrough in 8 days? Maybe. But I also think that a little bit more time would make me that much more confident. And that's what I need going into this test. I need to be my most confident, secure, sure of myself self. And so, can y'all are probably, I know y'all think I'm crazy. I know you do, because the first thing I thought of was y'all. First thing I thought of was like, my subscribers, when I vlog this, they're gonna think that I'm crazy. They're gonna be like, okay, this girl literally like, and I know, because it gets to a certain point where it's like, you're never gonna be ready enough. You're always gonna be afraid. So like, you just have to take it. And that's how I was feeling. That's why I was like, come hell or high water, I'm taking it on the first. I have my appointment booked, and I have a vacation booked to go with my Mahogany sisters to Mexico middle of May. I'm going. I'm like, there's no way that I'm pushing this back. But just kind of breaking down what I would want to get done, what I need in order to be successful during this test. It's a lot up here, and not just like the content information, but it's a lot of like switching my mindset, and I just feel this great sense of optimism and relief, and I didn't want it to be stifled by time. So I compromised with myself, and I pushed my test date back again. I pushed it back to May 14th. So Spelman's graduation, they're graduating class of 2020 and 2021 on May 16th. And we're going on a graduation trip, me and my Mahogany sisters, afterwards, the 16th or something like that. Whatever, we're going. And so I said, I just need to go on this trip, because I'm kind of like psyching myself out. And I said, okay, no more of that. I need to allow myself to live, to breathe. I need to enjoy this year, because I mean, I've been calling myself, saying that I've been in MCAT jail. And it's time for me to release these shackles. And not only the shackles that I feel like are on my ankles holding me down inside the house or inside of Panera Bread studying every day, but also the shackles in my mind. And so as I'm releasing myself, I'm taking a little bit more time to make sure that I am fully confident in the areas that I need more work in. And I'm going to utilize these days to both, like, again, build my confidence in my content and build confidence in myself when it comes to taking this test. I think that this period of time, this MCAT season, the lesson that this is teaching me in life is so much bigger than I could have ever imagined, that I would have ever thought. I'm sure it's not like this for everybody, but this is what I need. I need to break through these stronghold chains that are on me when it comes to this test taking, because the way that I have let it just overcome my mind, my confidence, my self-worth for the past couple of months, it's disgusting, and I'm not having it anymore. All of that stops here. Moving forward, we are preparing for success. Not luck, not chance, not even a miracle. God is going to bless me because I'm putting forth the work. Yes, new test date. Again, yes, again. My test date is now May 14th. That's on a Friday. And yep, that's just what it's gonna be. So I'm on my way now to Panera Bread as per usual. My sister is like parked behind me. I'm trying to wait for her to come out and move her car. But yeah, we're going to study, but we're studying different these next couple of weeks. Instead of having 8 days until my test now, I have 21. And these are gonna be, I'm gonna go 21 savage. I'm about to go 21 savage on these days, and not just, again, going in on the content, but really just going in on my confidence with this, because I'm so sick. Like, how dare you, Satan, get thee behind me. We're not doing this. I'm breaking these chains. So yeah, the past couple of clips, past couple of days, I've literally, for the past couple of days, I was so down. I was kind of just like, I just didn't see a light. I felt so down. I literally reached a new low. I'm crying in Panera Bread. I'm like, dang, everywhere I was going, I was crying. I was crying on the toilet, crying in Panera Bread, crying when I was studying. And I'm just like, tears are okay. Jesus wept, okay? But that's because he was closing out a chapter in order to do his biggest miracle yet. Yeah, after Jesus wept, he ended up performing one of his greatest miracles, one of his many greatest miracles. Okay, he brought something back from the dead. Hello. So after I wept, come on now, let's not let me not have a sermon up here in this car as things are starting to click with me. Okay, the kingdom keys are coming out. Hello. I may have wept, but that was literally just me recognizing the end of one season, grieving what once was, and now walking into what is going to be, which is going to be success. So look out. Get ready, because everything changes now. Everything changes now. Everything changes now. Everything changes now. From here on out, everything will change. I'm not playing no more. I'll see y'all in the next clip. Hey you guys, so today is May 7th and it is officially 1 week until my new and final test date, May 14th. Actually, all week I've been kind of thinking like, okay, it's about 2 weeks, okay, it's about a little bit less than a week, okay, and it didn't really hit me until my pastor said today, when I told him, I said, I'm kind of running out of steam, and he was like, well, you have a week left, and I was like, oh, shoot, it's a week, so it's been a minute. I don't think I've really, it's like 3 a.m. also, so if I'm kind of acting a little bit stale, that's why. Also, I got my hair done earlier this week because I had an appointment to get my hair done after my test, and I didn't switch my appointment, so it's not post-test, but my hair looks great. So that's been nice. These past couple days I've been able to kind of not worry about my hair, but I haven't been working out because I don't want to sweat out my edges. So anyway, I still have a really good attitude about everything. Like, I definitely feel ready. I feel like taking, like, I low-key feel like 1 extra week would have been enough to kind of like calm my nerves, make me feel ready, and like focus myself. I kind of feel like 2 weeks was a little bit too long, or like 2.5 weeks, because the latter half of this week I've been kind of feeling like, okay, I really don't want to study. I will also say that like stuff for Miss Maryland has started picking up. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm competing for Miss Maryland, which is a scholarship competition this summer, and there's a lot to competing more than just like putting on a pretty dress. Like, there's mock interviews, tons of outfits. Part of it's virtual, so I was trying to figure out basically like how to plan my own pageant at home, and that stuff is coming up, and I have like deadlines for that. The MCAT application opened up earlier this week as well, so communicating with my letter of recommenders, and just like there's been a lot of like life happening in addition to me trying to close out finishing for this test. That kind of makes me, I mean, I've already been like, can we just get it over with? But specifically today, I'm like, I could do like a million other things with my time than spend like 8 hours studying. Like, earlier this week, I went to the coffee shop, and it's been storming really bad here recently. So 2 times when I tried to go to the coffee shop this week, they didn't have any Wi-Fi. So that just kind of like threw off my workflow. So I'm in a great positive mindset. Like, I feel good about it. Last week was the first time in probably like 4 consecutive weeks where I didn't take a practice test, and so not taking the practice test on Saturday, and then kind of like resting on Sunday, and then going into this week, and then like there being a lot of hiccups, I've kind of like, I don't feel on my game. So I'm supposed to be taking a practice test tomorrow. I don't know if I want to push it back until Sunday or not, but and I'm also thinking about maybe taking one on Wednesday. I don't know if that's too many practice tests, but like thinking that tomorrow will be my last practice test before the real thing in a week from now kind of feels like, oh, I kind of want a little bit more. I still have a lot of things like left on my to-do list to study, but I think I'm just gonna have to like get over it and realize that I'm not gonna be able to finish like everything, but I'm definitely feeling confident about the things that I have mastered, because I've been doing practice problems with things. I've been actually like going through my Anki and like getting problems done every day. yeah, I'm really just, only way that I can explain right now is I'm ready for it to be over. Like, I'm ready to get over it. I'm ready to be back on social media. I'm ready to go on vacation. I'm ready just to do other things with my day. Like, just the, like, having to spend hours every single day to study. At this point, like, I'm really just over it. And I'm even ready to, like, go back to work just so that I could have consistent money in my bank account. Like, I'm just over it. I don't regret pushing back my test this last couple of days though, because I just feel in a better spot. Like, I'm ready to take this test and not just like, okay, I just want to take it to get over it. Because if I would have took it on the first, I would have been like, whatever. I just needed to be over. Now I'm like, I'm ready. I like, girl, you can do this. So I know it seems like a lot wasn't going to get done in a short amount of time, but like I said, it was mainly like a mind shift thing that I need to do, and just like little things like listening to gospel and Christian music when working out, and affirmations, and really just like words of warfare against like spiraling negative thoughts in my mind, negative self-talk, stuff like that. Just like really reprogramming myself and setting myself up like for a battle in the best way possible. That's in addition to like more hours of studying. I hope I really do well on my practice test tomorrow. That way I feel nice and confident going into my last week of studying. And I will be doing an MCAT vlog, so I may check in one more time after this, but I know this video is like super long, so we're getting close to the end, I promise. Like, that's, I know. I haven't talked to one of the therapists in a while, but I think it's because I've gained a relationship with my pastor, who is now really invested in this process along with me, and he checks in on me, and I can like talk to him very candidly about everything, and he's just not going about it in a very like politically correct way, but in a spiritually correct way, which I personally prefer going into this. So I feel good. I feel good about everything. I just am kind of like over it. Like, I think that every time I go too hard for too long, I ended up kind of being like, okay, I'm over this, and then I kind of like have to jump back into it. So I'm thinking going into this next week, I'll go really, really hard, but it'll be my last week having to do that until I'm free and I'm done, and I only have to do it until Thursday. So I've already kind of like mapped out the way that I'm going to pack my bag and everything I'm going to be doing on Thursday, the day before my exam. I have my hotel book, and I'm literally going on vacation the day afterwards. So I'm excited for life after MCAT jail. So free Brelynn 2021. It is T-minus 4 days until my exam, and Panera Bread is playing with my life, okay? Why is the Wi-Fi still out from my little mini tornado like a week ago? And then it's freezing in there. I'm like, I know that it's getting warm outside, but you do not have to blast the AC, okay? So now I have to go home. Like, I can't even study there today because I'm like, I don't have any Wi-Fi. I'm freezing cold, hungry. I'm like, I don't have time for this today. You're throwing me off my game, Panera Bread. I ain't got time for this. I got 4 days. Child. Guess what, you guys? Today is my last day of studying. To honor this occasion, I'm wearing my God is Dope shirt. I don't know how to feel today. Like, I kind of feel like I should be like running around with my head cut off. Like, I still have a lot to do, and there's still so much that I can do today, but I'm also just kind of like at peace with just like chilling and, you know, just reviewing things. I'm about to take a full-length section, not a full-length test. I thought about it, but then I thought it wasn't going to be a good idea because I may be burnt out for the one I'm going to take on, obviously, on Friday, the actual one. And the last one that I took was on Sunday. Anyway, I'm about to take a full-length cars section test. Yesterday was really weird. I was up so late last night. Like, I ended up getting tired around 3 a.m. I didn't go to sleep until like 5, 6 a.m. I was like, what is going on? So it's definitely way later in the day than I normally get started. But again, we're almost done, so I'm not going to stress myself out. If you guys care, this is what my Miss Maryland resume looks like. I thought it was really fun and exciting to do something different. And then this is like my platform and my social impact initiative statement one. So I am going to print out all of these, ship this out tomorrow. So tomorrow is obviously the day before my exam, and I'm going to be vlogging that a part of my MCAT experience, like the MCAT day vlog. So make sure you guys are subscribed, that way you can see that next part. I really just wanted to check in and I guess kind of close out this video. This video has been so long. Oh my gosh, this is literally my longest vlog ever. Not only like the amount of time that I took to film it, but also probably how long it is. I'm gonna try and cut it down because I know that each clip I'm rambling for like 7 to 20 minutes. But yes, the day before my exam. So like I said, tomorrow is the day before the exam, and I'm not going to study tomorrow. I'm going to run errands and prepare for my trip that I'm going on and Miss Maryland stuff, and I'm just going to take the day off and check into my hotel and stuff. So today is my last day at home. Obviously, I decided to take the last day here at home because Panera Bread has been tripping recently. And yeah, still so much that I can do, but I'm definitely at the point where I'm kind of like, okay, let go and let God. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just, you know, like, and I feel good. I feel good today. I just want to make sure that I am confident come test day. So I know that I vlog a little bit every week or so, but I have not vlogged in so long that I literally can't get a sentence across. Like, I sound crazy and I keep stuttering, and I'm like, oh gosh, like, how am I gonna get back into this YouTube thing when all of this is over? But make sure you guys again are subscribed, because I don't want to give too much detail away and like just talk about what I'm going to show you guys tomorrow, as far as what I'm going to do the day before the exam, how I feel the day before, what I'm going to do the day of, how I feel the day of, and exactly how I feel when I get back from my test. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, ring the bell so you don't miss a notification from me. If you like this video, I hope you do, because I feel like this video is going to be helpful. This video, listen, if you made it this far, hopefully you got something from it. And I understand this video is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. This is for somebody. Somebody needed this. Like, somebody needed to see that it's not all glitz and glam. Somebody needed to see that, okay, no, everybody doesn't just get into medical school so easily. Somebody needed to see this. Somebody needed to. So I'm hoping that it helped somebody. If that's you, please reach out to me. If not, if nothing else, I hope it just gives you more empathy for maybe a friend or a family member who's going through something like this, or maybe more courage for yourself to do something like this, or encouragement. I don't know, something. I hope this was beneficial to you guys. There wasn't really much that I could do during this time as far as creating content once I decided to rebrand and revamp and shut down and refocus and recenter, and felt like there were so many different reasons why I wasn't on social media during this time, which again, we'll talk about later. But I definitely knew that I wanted to at least do this. So you guys are kind of keeping up with where I've been for the past, it's going to be like 5 months that I haven't really been on social media, which is crazy to think about. In some sense, it went by fast, but sometimes it went by really slow. So again, we'll talk about all that later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I made it just for you. Make sure you live each day to the fullest, because you only live once, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.